So, time to talk about Evocation, or how they're bringing it to NA, Pilgrimage Festival. Why are they calling it Evocation? Do you really think most English speakers know what the word evocation means? Or evocation? Do you think more Americans know what a pilgrimage is than an evocation? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, they're changing the name. It's up to them. Doesn't matter to me. First block is going to be Shuten Caster, Quetz, and Rider Kintoki. Out of these three, Rider Kintoki is definitely the strongest one. He is a very solid rider that just runs over casters. If you're looking to bond level him, he's gonna have like caster Ellie to fight on the Storm Pod when it comes out. Because with Glass Score, I wouldn't say no to farming up pieces and monuments if you need them. Because truly, on my JP account, I'm almost done with Berserker class score. Guess how many Berserker pieces I have less than 20, and I still need 50 more. And for context, I'm someone that clears out the entire shop during an event. I don't just buy all the items. I try to clear out everything. So me, someone that for 2 years was only using those for Ascension and some class score. Not 2 years, 4 years, getting all the characters ascended, and obviously not all of them were berserkers. There are not that many berserkers in the game. But the fact is that I'm actually about to run out of monuments is crazy, because if you remember, for a good while, most people were lacking pieces for Ascension, not monuments. So yeah, take single targets. Don't just throw them away. They're gonna be a lot more useful in Storm Pods than they are currently with just 3-3 nodes. Just because you don't need single target damage in a 3-3. But in Storm Pods, you have a 1.303 something caster Ellie that is just a 1 enemy node, and you just had to kill it as quickly as possible. I have done it multiple times where he has done that in under 3 turns without basically a craft essence. That's how good this guy is. Use him with double Scotty and you're good to go, or 1 Scotty and bring whatever other support to try to make it work. Shooting caster definitely needs buffs, but single target caster and free MP5. There aren't that many DPS casters, but Shuten caster is definitely not one of the good ones. If you have Sanzong, you are pretty much good. Samba Quetz, a bit harder because more people would be lacking a ruler than they are a caster. So I actually forgot if I can't remember if she actually got buffed or not. Nope, still has not gotten a buff, but could definitely use the buff 100%. So as you can see here, the Pilgrimage Festival leaves. I'm gonna have to get you. No, I think they're still called Evocation leaves. But if they're not, oh well, I'll get used to the new name. But for the first copy of a unit, it's 200 each, and each copy after another 200. But it costs pretty much 1,000 to get the character and MP5 them. Ascension, very straightforward. Serving coins. I am going to tell you to get 1 append and then move on. 1 append and then move on. Otherwise, you are going to be spending so much time, because getting the character and getting them MP5 max ascension is half the cost of buying all of the serving coins. Which they're okay. So again, that's getting enough for in this fest. Sorry. There is enough in the shop to be able to get all appends, and if you bond level the welfare, you can 120 them. When they add more appends, the extra bond levels is enough to push it further even more. You're not able to get rare prisms from this. However, you have to get them through the event and the rerun if you want to get a shitload of mana prisms. Rare prisms. So wait for next year where they do 2 reruns. For JP, it was Arcade and Summer 6. I'm not entirely sure yet if they're going to change that, but that would be the next time. Like, I can remember that they do a rerun where you actually get a welfare and can get a bunch of rare prisms just by doing the event again. So, what do you have to do if you're an NA player and not used to this on JP? Same thing you've been doing if you want multiple of these tickets. 3 missions, 3 quests, any quest, even 3 missions from Fuyuki that cost 4 AP, and you can do all 3 of them in like 5 minutes. It's all weighted the same, and you get 30 of these. So, quick maths, like the quickest of maths. If this is 1,200 and you get 30 a day, it takes 40 days based solely on logins to be able to like get a character and get them to MP5 max ascension. Yeah, and not worrying about serving coins. That sounds like it takes a long time. Luckily, they slingshot you. They're gonna slingshot you to getting a lot of these, because very, 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 very frequently they have multiple login campaigns where all you have to do just log in and you get a bunch of leaves. Basically, for the first few days, it's double the leaves you would get normally. Some days you have extra, and they more than triple it, and they give you 100. And they're also given a good amount of sync works from there too. So make sure you're logging in pretty much every day. Isn't gonna be hard because this is during the arcade collab. Most people are going to be playing and trying to get Draco up, Tiamat up. This is one of the better times for them to introduce it, especially once the dead period is over, because everyone kind of acknowledges that February and March are pretty much dead periods for FGO. White Day and Valentine's pretty much lock the month, and it's pretty much when everyone is taking a break. You look at pretty much any content creator, they are taking their uploads are a lot lower for FGO. No, it's multiple reasons. It's not just because these are close to dead months. It's more some people just need a break. And NA, I do not blame you, because there is very little time for breaks. NA is barely gonna have any time for breaks all the way up until, I want to say, June. Yeah, I think June will have a good 2 weeks before anniversary, and that's pretty much gonna be our break, because we have arcade, then we have the lotto, then we have OC1, and then we have the new Mystic Eyes event, or the foot fetish event, where you're just looking at characters' feet. Like they take pictures of characters' feet. It's Miss' favorite event. Don't worry, it's his favorite. He loves doing it. But that is a tower event, so people kind of have to lock in for that too. That it's heavily time gated, and if you don't pay attention, you are going to be screwed. But yeah, these characters are also gonna have double XP gain, like they were just like they are in the event. So every XP is doubled, and then they also have success chance up to double their gains as well. So you can easily get like times 4 or times 6 XP during this time for these characters. And QP for Servant and Craft Essence Enhancement. This is only for Ascension. It's not for skills, unfortunately. Like, okay, so do you guys actually understand how pissed people would be if they actually did half QP for skills? Like, actually. People would not fucking level anything until that time. That's how, like, bottleneck people get by QP, especially when it's like you're spending 20 million on getting something 9 to 10. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Clear part 1 and you get 4,500 of these. So as long as you cleared part 1, you can get all of these characters MP5 level 80 and still have plenty of coins left over. Now, if you already have the character, I have Shooting Caster. The only thing I'm touching is servant coins. I'm just gonna leave her in the shop. Because again, it took me 2 years to actually be at the point I'm saying, okay, I can start spending leaves whenever I want, because the only welfares that aren't in the shop, I already have on my account. Evocation 10 was literally the end point for me when I'm like, okay, now everything is free, time to start getting stuff done. If someone like me is saying this, then I imagine that a lot of people that have never taken a break from this game probably are done with evocation leaves anyway. They have started to like build up a lot. So again, based on when you start the game, how frequently you play, you may or may not be getting more out of this. For the most part, it is servant coins though. That is the biggest thing that a lot of these characters have. Didn't have when they came out until... Was it Ellie? Or Da Vinci? I forgot what event they actually started releasing servant coins. I think it was Da Vinci Ruler that they started releasing servant coins into the event for welfares. Yeah. Yes. No, it has to be. Has to be, because I know my Santa Martha like has her pens like opened on NA. Like I'm like 99% sure they're all open. Okay. So these are, oh, by the way, these are permanent. Like you don't like, so if you're just starting the game and you definitely don't have any of these are always going to be here. So you have even more motivation to clear through part 1. Other missions will net you an extra 110. And if you already have one of these already maxed out at level 80, it's automatically completed. These are active missions though. But you can kind of see there are a lot of Saint Quartz here already. Just from here, I think someone said it was 60. So 9, 18, 30 from just these limited master missions. And 30 from the logins. Right, that's where people are talking about the 60. Yeah, okay. So, if you want a free multi before Tiamat's banner, get this done tomorrow or today when this video is going out. Then we have summoning campaigns for all these characters, Quetz, Kintoki, and Shuten. Truly unfortunate. It's a good thing they started Quetz's banner before here, because ain't no way anyone is summoned for Quetz when when Tiamat or Draco are on radar. Being honest, like if you choose to summon for Quetz over Draco over Tiamat, you first off based. Second, how strong is your account that you're like skipping these characters. Again, if you don't like them, that's obviously your opinion. Fair for you. But if you actually care about the game, you definitely would choose Tiamat and Draco over Quetz. All right, so before I end this video, we're just gonna go over real quick other characters that have been in here, and yeah. So, yeah, the Ellies, Nobbu, MH, Mixa, and also like if like the serving coins like actually help them out a lot. So Shisho, assassin, she's technically able to loop. It's a huge question mark though. I haven't even tried it. But Kichi unbuffed was a better looper than Shisho assassin as is. Like the NA version without appends and the buff battery is a better looper than this one. So you can fuck around with her, but you're probably gonna find out pretty quickly if you try to bring her to anything really hard. Sieg, out of the first few evocations, I think Sieg is easily one of the strongest ones. It's 4 and 5 I think bring the most value, because Shiki, I love this character for storm hard farming. Slap a 50% and then put her in between two domins and you're not worried about fucking anything. Does not matter your Mystic Code. You can pretty much clear everything and you're just spawn farming people in the back. Sieg is literally only held back by the fact that he does not have appends unless he's like bond something. And you're probably not using him if he's that high at that point, because you might want to focus on other characters that might be better farmers. Ryder Ishtar got buffed. Yeah, so honestly, we're just talking about these first 5, and out of them, Ryder, Kintoki, Sieg, and Shiki with Gray are the best 4 out of these. Gray especially out farms a lot of Buster farmers. A lot of Assassin Buster farmer. A lot of Assassin Buster farmers, Gray just out damages simply by being an MP5. And she also does that without K-Scope. So if you have a 60% starting charge that helps Gray out more than a K-Scope would in terms of damage, use that, and even better farming numbers. All right. So that's it for me on evocation. Get the leaves, get the stuff. You really don't have to focus on it. It just happens passively. And if you have all the welfares, you don't have to worry about much. All right, peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.